When you hire a contractor to come into your hospital, you're going to ask yourself what's important. What's important is infection control, to the safety of the patients. Number two, the relationship with OSHPD, can the contractor get it done? Number three, how much is this contractor going to disturb my people? The interface with your people. And of course, time and money. Can he get it done, and can he get it done on budget? We bring to the table the experience of working in a hospital. We know how to set up an infection control barricade the proper way, whether it be a hard barricade for ratings or a soft barricade with fire-rated visqueen, and check it every day, a way that it would be acceptable for the Joint Commission if they were in there. Then we'll set up our HEPA filter vacuum cleaners inside to pick up any debris. We establish negative air with a negative air pressure system that are all certified and put out 99.97% clean air. We create a 100 CFM negative pressure for our construction area such that none of our dust escapes. At the doorways, we will set up the walk-off mats or a wet and dry rug system and an anti-chamber if required by the facility for cleaning, dusting off, and moving in and out of our project. Debris will be removed during the hours allocated by the hospital. All our debris containers are covered and removed to the designated areas outside. We bring all this in. Our personnel are highly trained at it. They are vendor credentialed, Sutter credentialed. They have bloodborne pathogen training, HIPAA training, Hep B vaccination, background checks. They're trained in infection control, fire life safety. They are properly attired, which is important. They follow the proper procedures for security in a hospital, and they are all completely aware of what it takes to work in a hospital in the infection control. That's a priority. Patient protection is job one. Beyond that, when we are finished, we will take down all barricades and establish the room to a construction clean and coordinate with the facility for a terminal clean of the room before patient use. Number two, you need an OSHPD familiar contractor. We go in there, we know OSHPD, we follow OSHPD policies and procedures, we're familiar with their post-approval documents, verified compliance reports, air balancing, med gas certifying, water chlorination testing, close out of the TIO sheets, and interface with the design team. We package everything in a binder and present it to the ACO for final inspection. So at the end, they can fluidly close a project and get the hospital up and running. Number three, you have staff interface. You want a contractor that can go into a hospital, work independently, and only interface with the hospital engineering staff at a minimum and by the priorities and protocols of that hospital. The only interface with your engineering department that should happen is what is required by you. Utility shutdowns with the proper 48-hour notice, 72 if that's what you require. Fire alarm bypassing if that's what you do to safe off a project. Fire alarm testing or facility testing of any sort. Our guys are trained. We don't shut valves off because we don't know what it affects. We know how to work all of the utilities so your engineers can do their job and we can do our job independent of them. But you also have interface with the people in the area, the nurses, the doctors, potential patient impact. And the key to this is communication. But we also have to know when to stop. So if our activity interferes with the hospital activity, it's our activity that has to stop. And last, you got to have a contractor that can go in there on time and on budget. Finish the project on budget and complete it on time with OSHPD approvals. Get out of there and let the hospital get back to the business of what the hospital does, and that's treating patients. We're a contractor that specializes in healthcare. We're a contractor that goes in and answers those questions.